Okay, so this is me versus Mark. This was like the second time I went Meta Knight, like ever. But I think there are some really key things that allow me to just kind of like take this set really easily.
Okay, so Marth versus Meta Knight. Many people's like this matchup's kind of in debate right now. It seems that's in Meta Knight's favor, which I mean it makes sense.
It felt like it to me, but like I felt like I had a really easy time in the neutral game.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of Meta Knight. Meta Knight, because of his sword. So Meta Knight's sword, I believe retains the same property from Brawl, and all of the moves are transcendent, so they don't clank, which is really helpful in this matchup because when it comes down to that, because Marsh sticks his hand out a lot with his swings, you can clip his arm while he's doing that, and then most of the time the trades will go well for you because if you're clipping him, he'll probably get like a sweet sour spot on his moves.
Okay, so with Martha, it's going to be extremely important that you space well.
Yes, I mean that's the basis of Marth, though. So.
Okay, so you just got to play legit against Meta Knight.
Yeah.
Pretty much the moment this match started, and like 90% of what I went with were down throw tech chases, and okay, this edge guard, yeah, I got
good back air. So I think he could have side B. I don't know if he had a side B right then.
He probably did,
but he could have side B and probably upbeat and waited out the.
Yeah, like he.
Get up.
Yeah, I felt like if I'm like already sitting on the edge and I'm refreshing my invincibility, it's just not smart to go for a sweet spot because that bear is just a really good edge guard tool, especially against Marth. Because once you get hit away after you've exhausted everything else, like you're done for.
Also, it's like I believe Meta Knight's neutral is a sex kick, so you can just like kind of use it, and then if Marth up B's, it'll trade.
Yeah.
So that's very helpful for Meta Knight. Why? Okay, so he did an approaching nair right there, and approaching nairs are really bad because like the hitbox it provides doesn't help from the angle you want to try and hit from. So that's why you mainly see like retreating nairs and in place like pivot nairs because that will provide a hitbox in the space you think they're going to occupy, and like when you do an approaching one. It's just really easy to punish because then you can like in certain situations you can get the first hit but not the second because I mean he should have either tried to go for a fair like Marth really wants to stay grounded and close to every matchup so he should have probably tried to approach with a down tilt or a dash dance grab. One of the two depending on the situation. I think because he did jump, though, I would probably say to have gone for a fair and do, like, and apply some shield pressure that way. Now, see, if you notice, the platform is right by him, so he probably could have double jumped and wave landed back off the platform after doing the fair, and he would have been safe.
Yeah. One thing I will say, I only felt like you were attacking to the side. And and of course, like, you did it there, but, like, I feel like, just in general, the tech chase was way too easy for me to do, and I felt like you were trying to get away from me, like, distance-wise with the tech chases, instead of finding an option that I was going to miss. And anybody in Terre Haute can tell you, just from experience, that if you tech a lot and then mix it up with a mistech, I'm probably going to miss it, especially because I'm going to run up and shield, and then you can usually get away with a roll.
God, you better hope you run up and shield on this.
Yeah, I probably will.
Oh, and you're wrong.
And I'm wrong. But, yeah, so, honestly, I'm not really doing too much on, like, combo or punish game. I just keep... Yeah. I'm getting too many spare hits in the neutral
Okay,
lane.
so, like, what he did, and, like, kind of caused that, he was just dash dancing in place, which is fine, depending on the matchup. And, like, this is probably a matchup that's good in. But then he did a pivot shield stop, and what happened there was that his back was towards you.
Yep.
So all he could have done was a back air out of shield. And when you know that, then you realize, oh, well, I can pretty much do whatever. If I neutral air, he'll have, like, if he does it too early, he'll We'll trade, which is good for me because I have the stock lead. Or I can just tomahawk, get a grab. He's by the ledge. If I throw him off stage, chances are I'll be able to just snipe out his jump or up B and force the death that way. Now, like, if we replay the clip,
Yeah.
just like a tiny bit. So, see right there, because of that, he screwed up all of his momentum and you're just able to get a free approach. And look at that, you're able to get a hit off of it and then push him off stage.
Yeah.
So like, right now with his comboing, he's going, like, on the up air fair. His second fair, like his first fair, didn't get a tipper, so I wasn't able to set up and like push Meta Knight farther up stage and be able to secure combo that way. And so it didn't really lead to much. And right there, after he did the up air, he went too far when he did the up air. So yeah, he pretty much loses that ability to combo. Generally, like in that sort of situation, you just want to like hold neutral on the stick and just kind of like follow your opponent. Okay, right there, he got the tippered fair. He sent you up. Now he just dashed over the edge. He wasn't covering any option. Like right now, what might have been a good option to do would have just been double jumping. Well, not double jump, but like full hopping fair and try to threaten you where you are right now.
Yeah.
While people just let you recover for free. Like right now, based off the platform, I imagine you might be able to like down B and land on it, and he might not be able to punish it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'm not.
Like, I don't know.
No, okay, that was really bad. Like, you just hit a falling nair on something that you had nothing, like, no reason to.
Yeah, that's true.
You pretty much go like, oh, hit me, I'm coming down with an aerial. Well, it's a good aerial. It's not covering, like, it covers my body, but it doesn't cover a lot of space from where I'm coming from. And also, you didn't commit to anything, so you're just going to be able to punish me no matter what I do in this situation. So I definitely think you should have gone for the platform right there.
Okay.
And, like, if you were to do that, so he would have only been on the ground or close to that, and you would have been on that platform, which is still disadvantage. Like, you're still in a bad, like, position. But, like, it's more manageable.
Okay. Then, and see, like, that right there, like, I feel like I should be able, like, either I'm just not doing an extra jump there, or, like, I don't know, I feel like I should be able to get more off of that.
Off of what situation?
Sorry, like, so I get an up smash here, I get another, and then...
Okay, so what you did would have worked, but you weren't prepared for the side B stall. Now, that is still good for you as long as you punish it and throw him off stage, because then he has the two weaker side B stalls, a double jump, and up B. Well, at least I think he still has a double jump. And it's like,
okay,
what you did was fine, and like what you could have done instead, you could have done another jump and then hit him out, which would have been really good for you because you would have gotten the hit and take away a side B.
Yeah.
Like, so again, you flew super past him when it came to doing that up air, so you weren't able to be in that like a good position to punish the side B. And so like after you flew out of position, you tried to drift back in, and he just hit you with a fair and was able to get a bit of a combo started.
Okay, so I just need to position myself, like, not
generally,
just,
like, so when it comes to positioning yourself for a juggle, you always kind of like want to be underneath them, or like close enough to where one of your moves will beat out theirs when they're coming down. So like, generally what Marth would have in that situation would be a fair and that tiny like outer frame hitbox right before it ends, that giant, like where the giant curve is. That's what he would try to use, or maybe a dare, or maybe a falling nair. One of the three, I imagine.
Okay.
While what you could do is simply, like, if you know he wants to, you can bait it out and punish that because you have more jumps. Or you could have simply just been like, okay, that's cool, I'll just land on the ground instead. And just, like, you're committing to a move in the air, that's fine. Because I got everything I had back from my commitment to that. And so then you get another punish opportunity because they committed to something that didn't hit.
Okay. Yeah, that's just, poor combo knowledge. That would have been a free, like, up tilt or up smash.
That back air shouldn't have, like, only if a short hop, maybe that would have worked. But I definitely think the best thing you could have done was, like, a smash or go for a regrab.
Yeah.
Now,
I feel like my throw DI, and it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot easier to hit Meta Knight with like throw into F smash. So I feel like it's a lot more important that I get the DI. And I was missing a lot of the DI against you, but I feel like he definitely needs to recognize when he has the opportunity to tip me off of a grab.
So something that you can do at like higher percents if you're afraid of that, I believe you can just like no DI, and based off of the throws, they would just send you too far. At certain percents, it's like there's a certain threshold that you actually have to worry about, but then there's like a high percent where like all he can do is back throw, and that's fine because back throw doesn't really lead into tipper that often.
Unless I DI poorly. But
And if you're doing no DI, you won't get it.
okay. So yeah, that's my problem is that I'm always trying to DI away from throws, but then when I don't react in time, when I could have just like done no DI.
Marth forward throw down throw mix up, I believe it is unreactable, and for the most part, like most people, it is unreactable. So like you'd either have to think what the Marth player is thinking, which is really hard because that's just a huge circular reasoning, in which it's for two throws, one of the outcomes, and then like he's like, oh yeah, you could do that, but then I'm just gonna up throw you and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like he could just always do that instead.
Could have gone for more.
Yeah. That was actually really smart if he punished the tech in place properly.
Yeah. It's like there are smart decisions happening. It's just, I feel just in general, just being able to flesh out how you punish an opportunity.
If he gets another grab and goes for an up throw, then that shows that that's all he's thinking about right now. Because the last two have been.
Yeah. Okay. We talked about this before we started recording, but this is a really, really important thing to know. Okay, so the fact that this happened like 3 times in a row.
How much percent? Didn't you get like at least 20 off that?
I got at least 20 off it. Like it was that was not like if you had teched in place or teched away, like you would have been sent off stage by the next throw, which is still better than just eating the percent and then still ending up on the ledge. Like if you're going, like you need to decide on the very first throw, like are you going to let yourself be tech chased, which means you're going to have to get out of it as soon as possible, or you're going to have to just get yourself off stage, which you're going to it look like at this percent, now that you've eaten about 20% from that, it's not a very safe situation to be sent off stage because an edge guard will kill you. But if it's at like 0%, you just get yourself off stage as soon as possible, because you're going to get back. You're going to eat percent, but that's just the punish, and it's better than eating like more percent from a tech chase or a chain grab and then still getting sent off stage and damaged, or even worse, losing your stock. So when you're thinking about how to get out of it as soon as possible, you don't always have to try and find a tech situation that'll get you out of it. You can just remove teching from the situation entirely if you can.
Also, it's like all of your tech options have so far have been a tech. Like you haven't really tried to do a miss tech and do a get up attack, stuff like that. You've always just done a roll or just tech in place, which is pretty bad for you because that's a really obvious habit to come out on, because like instead of having like 5 possibilities and giving them like close to 20% chance if they purely guess it, you're instead giving them a 33% chance of getting it right.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to Smash, you always want to try and reduce like the amount of probability they have from guessing an option from you. And like so you want to always keep the amount of options you have open, so that way you can always throw something in randomly and just confuse them.
Yeah. Like if I'm getting like a large amount of tech chases, I'm getting reads, because the level of player I'm at right now is not able to just get tech chases for that large amount of percent. So if I'm getting those, I know that you're going to do that, and that means I've caught on to your patterns. And that's just the cheek player in me. Like the very first thing I look for when I'm playing against you is I'm looking for your tech patterns, because I will try and abuse them. So try not to give them away immediately. Then I think I lose the stock here.
Okay, so
or maybe I don't. But
what you're doing is that you're covering the low option, which is fine in that part. Like, you should try and cover the high option more.
yeah,
And say, like, whenever he's high, he's pretty much able to do whatever, and you're not really doing anything about it. Like, just throwing a back air up there, or like a fair, just to threaten that area is always good.
yeah, and just to say, my kill options are absolutely terrible with Meta Knight right now. I'm like,
Can't
I'm
you
like-
do, like, down to dimensional cape or something like that?
yeah, probably, but literally that last stock was just like, I just sat there and dimensional caped, like
Also, so can you do a reverse bear? I don't know much about Meta Knight's.
what, like a reverse arrow rush there? Or?
No, like a reverse. It's like, like
Maybe.
if you're on this side of it.
Yeah, okay, now I see what you mean.
Because also, couldn't you like do a juggle and then do a bear and then it's a DI mix up depending on where you are?
That's true.
Don't quote me on this
Yeah, I'm
because I don't know what I'm talking
We're
about.
gonna figure that out later tonight, but
I don't have. Well, I have an inkling on what Meta Knight can do.
okay, yeah, we went stadium.
Let me think about. Let me see what you guys banned again, so I can
Okay.
actually think of
Yeah,
that.
okay, so I didn't realize this until afterwards, but I was thinking that I would like a stage like this or a Battlefield with Meta Knight, but I actually think Stadium's still a good stage for me.
Quite frankly, I think like all the neutrals are about 50-50.
Yeah.
So with Marth, where would I have gone in this situation? Personally, FD's looking really tasty to me. Like you left that unbanned against Marth, who has one of the best up airs in the game and can beat out close to every down air
Yeah.
and just juggle easily. And then like you also have really good up throw combos, and like you simplify edge guarding really hard because then you can just punish every high option.
Would Fountain have been good for you or Meta Knight? Because I know I took you to Fountain.
I fucking hate Fountain, so not good
Okay.
for me personally, but I'm not really sure how Fountain would have played out. I imagine the platforms would have been more of a pain for me, because that would help take away from my kill options while you still get your tech chases if I land on them.
Yeah. Alright. I remember this match started out.
What was that? You guys just ran into each other's face and did nothing. You guys are both so close that either you could have started a combo off that, and you guys just backed off immediately, like after looking
that
each
was
other in
fair.
the eyes.
Yeah, I'm like
That was
my KO options are so read based right now because I have like no idea how to confirm anything.
okay.
with Meta Knight
So
yet.
right there, when you crossed up with the up air, you were able to get the weak hit, which is fine. You can still continue the combo off of that, but I say you should have gone for like a turnaround grab, or like the fair is fine, but it's only really good if you get the tipper hit, because then if you do that, you can send them upwards a bit and then continue the combo more easily. And like if you get a grab, then you can just up throw them and continue from there.
Okay.
I think another option you could have done, you could have down aired, I think, and then caused the tech situation, which is really unexpected. No one expects a Marth to just down air in a combo.
Yeah.
And it's a lot better in PM because if you L cancel, it's 13 frames of landing lag. So like if you do that, you could probably react to every tech, and he's probably going to miss the tech, so you'll probably be able to like get a good punish off of it as well.
Yeah.
Good grab.
I could have done like something out of shield. I didn't.
That
need
up tilt
all of
was
it.
really smart, but was super greedy as well. You should have just gone for the up air.
Every time I see myself like fishing for KOs, I just feel like such a scrub because I'm going for like KOs in the absolute worst way with my Meta Knight. Okay, so trying to cross up, forgetting that I need to F tilt instead of jab. Again with the tech in. Alright, that was a tech in place, but then you shielded. You probably should have buffered something.
Okay, that was a very smart jump. You recognized that he was just going to come in, and then you jumped. Okay, I don't think that was bad. That might have been you, like, if that was on purpose, then you were doing a tech trap situation, which is really smart. Because, like, whenever someone sees a move, they're always going to try and DI for it, and they're not going to and they're not going to like get the tech right away.
Let's not ask why I did that tornado, but it somehow worked out.
Because your Meta Knight's the best.
Of course.
NATO, baby. Good grab. You saw him shielding. Oh, that was a really bad down tilt.
Yeah.
Like,
anything else.
you didn't really space that well when it came to that. And so, like, you still got crouch canceled, I believe. Which is pretty bad for you.
I feel like it's not like he just have to go... He doesn't have to go, like, crazy off stage against me. He just needs to do, like, something immediately. That was
good.
It was good. I feel like I really shouldn't have fallen for that, but, you know...
Okay, right here, you get these regrab, but you should just start up throwing after one of them. That way you get the guaranteed up throw, up tilt, and a regrab and do whatever to that character, because he falls fast.
I was so vulnerable there because every single time for like 3 throws, I thought I was going to be into a tech situation, so I kept like shielding, but then I would just like land on the ground and shield. Like I was so vulnerable to like set up like something major.
Maybe you might be able to like buffer roll in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact if you see somebody shielding, then they could have rolled, because you can always buffer. Like, if you're ever teching away from me, the first thing that happened, you do not need to shield first thing. Because, obviously, I'm going to, like, unless I'm going for, like, a smash attack or something off of a tech chase, like, you don't want to shield first thing. Like, even then, I still feel like buffering spot dodge would be better. Because, you know, that covers both of those options. But if you shield, and the way I'm punishing tech chases is with a grab, then you're just giving me more time. And just letting me do sloppier tech chases. But yeah, like I was guilty of that there, mainly because I thought I was going to tech and just didn't for like 3 times in a row. But all right.
Like right now I feel you're just jumping too much. You're not really comfortable with your movement and just like using down tilts.
Yeah, pivots with Meta Knight feel slower than with most characters I'm used to, and I feel like it's not actually a thing. It might just be like mental right now.
Oh yeah, that's definitely like you.
Yeah, but in this set I was absolutely not comfortable with Meta Knight's ground movement.
I think if you did a nair, that might have been better than the up air.
Yeah.
Or like a down air or a back air, then you just throw them off stage right away, and you get like a better.
See, that was good. That was purely red.
That's a really smart air dodge.
I've been F smashed too many times by Luke to like not be air dodging those F smashes. But
that was a smart bear. Covered the option. That was a bit questionable. I think maybe up tilt might have been better in that situation. Yeah. I'm not 100%.
A lot of these nairs I'm doing on shield are missed cross ups by me. I need to go a lot farther with my nairs because I'm not covering like a dash back like shield.
Why are you using jab? Jab's a really weak move. No, not you. I'm talking.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like, jab's fine in certain situations, but like right in their face is not one of them because they can just crouch cancel out and punish.
Yeah, like usually I feel like I struggle like crouch canceling against Marth because he just pushes you.
See right there, I'm pretty sure you could have gotten a tippered up smash off of that.
Yeah.
Instead of the dash attack, and like you don't really seem to be using up air and up tilt that much for comboing, and so you're gonna struggle with getting the like what
that should have been you should have punished landing lag there. That was all you needed to do. Like, I committed to doing a side B, and I was going to land, and you'd be able to get me.
So, like, let's watch a couple last seconds again.
Okay. So yeah, here's the last stock again.
Like, see, he just crouch canceled that jab. You got punished for again.
Yeah.
At that point, you should, like, trying to use something other than jab. Like, try and use a down tilt or something.
Yeah, recognizing when players are crouch canceling and punishing them for it is one of the easiest ways to swing a set into your favor. Like,
I'm pretty sure that would have been a tipper F smash. Like,
yeah,
off of that, yeah. Maybe even a walking one. Like, okay, right now you have him in a juggle. You still do.
Let me down. Okay, there was a mistake there. But okay, right here, I landed. I had landing lag.
What?
And
it's like you keep on going for grabs and F throws when you really need to be like in that situation you should have just F smashed. Yeah. And like in a few you just need like up throw. You keep on letting him get away with not getting juggled. Like You just let him be like, oh yeah, so like even though you're a fastballer and Marth has a really strong punish game off of using that up throw, you're limiting yourself to like to basically one throw. You didn't really use that much down throw as compared to F throw. And so like what was happening there was that you're pretty much saying, oh yeah, here's a pattern in my play, exploit it. He's like, if Mennonite will always take that 4% tech chase scenario over that probably 60% combo from an up throw. He'll always take that.
Yeah.
Because that up throw combo, it'll probably either put him high in the air to where he still gets juggle, or he's off stage. Well, that tech chase scenario, it's like going to be like a couple percent or so.
Yeah. Okay, so just trying to think maybe like 2 or 3 things for both like me and Mark. Obviously with Mark,
Just throw him off stage more. That's what you
yeah.
need.
Yeah, I just need to throw off stage
Like-
more.
Sometimes you're just doing some things that when you could have just done another and you're just throwing him off stage a lot easier.
Okay. So I need to set up edge guard situations more.
I mean, like your Mennite, you're like all of your moves hit them away from like in that direction if you position yourself correctly,
Okay.
and they all pretty much beat or trade every move. Like no reason not to.
Yeah. I need to work on my ground movement, and I need to get more follow-ups out of my down tilts.
With down tilt, you might. Sometimes it might just be a spacing thing.
I was doing down tilt into air every single time. Which,
Honestly, what if you do something like a Falcon does, and like if you can do reverse bear, like you know how like a nun especially will do like a reverse bear into knee. Maybe you could do something like a reverse bear into nair, maybe,
okay,
or something like. Dude, what if you could do like reverse bear into dimensional cape?
that'd be cool.
That
Assuming that Meta Knight can reverse bear, which
But we're going with the assumption here
yeah, but
because
we'll
it
figure
sounds
that out.
reasonable-ish.
Yeah, and then for Mark,
Work on movement.
yeah,
And like stay grounded more. Like you're committing to the air as Marth, which is really dangerous as Marth, especially if you're doing like full hops and stuff. Like
yeah,
the ground is your friend as Marth. It doesn't seem apparent right away because of fair, but like that's your friend.
yeah. Like
That's
I
where
think,
you use down tilt, which is your other best friend.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things any Marth should do, like one of the first things you should do, is figure out how to like down tilt and get out of it into like normal movement as fast as possible. Like being able to just like stick a down air into the middle of your dash dance, or not a down air, a down tilt.
Come on, do it down there. Do it down there in the middle of your dash dance. Do it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like down tilts are they can be so safe if you apply them correctly, and they're a really useful tool. But you have to be able to move as fast as possible in and out.
Okay, so to quote some Marths, like, only jump when they jump. That's a good way to think about stuff. Like, if you down tilt, you pretty much control the ground, and so think of down tilt as anti-ground, with, like, dash dance grab helping that, and think of, like, fair as anti-air. And you just have to choose and react accordingly to whatever option they're choosing to, like, be like, no, you can't do that. No, bad. Get away.
All right.
Gotta act like you're training a puppy, and whenever you see them do something they don't want, just like use that spray bottle.
Yeah. I think just to end this up, I had like a really, really good like note from a guy I played on NetPlay who apparently has been playing since like 2005 or something. This was from the perspective of a Falcon player, but I'm just going to quote this here. All right, let me see here. Should be in my documents here. But yeah, so he says, the moment you get a hit in, predict where the opponent will be sent to, and immediately move / send a hitbox in the direction and continue predicting it as you move fluidly. I feel like you're waiting so long to actually like see what I'm going to do and how you can follow up that you're missing the opportunity completely to follow up. Instead of like I would just think about, you know, even if it's not optimal, just for a while, just like trying to constantly be putting hitboxes on me, because you might be able to get a lot more out of a combo than like you thought you could. Just in general, like if you get a grab and you get a throw, just work on always getting that follow up, because Marth, in theory, should be able to get at least one aerial. Like if he gets an up throw, you're not going to get down for free, ideally.
Yeah,
Like,
especially against Meta Knight, because Meta Knight doesn't really have that great of an airspeed.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this set. And yeah.